Welcome to another Community Champions, and today we have Christina, who runs an amazing organisation called Building Wellness Taranaki. Hi, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Moira. It's awesome to be here.
So tell us about Building Wellness.
Yeah, so Building Wellness Taranaki exists to support the wellbeing of our people and our businesses who actually build up our community. So it's the construction, the trades and related industries. And we know that in industry there are significant pressures and often people are working in quite harsh environments. And unfortunately, historically, there have been poorer wellbeing outcomes in the industry. So our key focus is really to improve the culture of the sector so that our people and businesses can prioritise wellbeing, and at the end of the day, when our people are well, our businesses thrive, and when our businesses thrive, our wider community benefits from that as well. And I guess what is quite unique about Building Wellness is that a lot of our mahi is actually done on the work site, so we go to where our people are. We try to break down barriers for people to access training and practical tools so that both our people and their leaders and the businesses have the tools to be able to, I guess, overcome challenges and kind of have the tools to be able to manage the pressures of everyday life. A bit of the history about Building Wellness.
I mean, you must have seen a reason for it to have to start.
Absolutely.
A need that way.
Yeah, so if we span back to Building Wellness was established sort of late 2021 from a group of industry leaders who in Taranaki saw that there was a huge need around mental health challenges in the construction sector. Recognising that there were some key pressures in the industry, they understood that there needed to be a sector-led sort of initiative or solution to the issues. And so what we like to call the Coalition of the Willing, they all came together and created an industry-led initiative to offer supports for our workers, our businesses, our leaders within the construction and wider community, to give them some practical tools and training and support networks so our people can be well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And so what supports and initiatives do you have running that does that?
Yeah, so part of, I guess, improving the culture, we take quite a multifaceted approach. So we do offer training for people to within the workplace to be able to notice when their work colleague isn't travelling too well, how to approach a conversation and what to do with that information and how to connect that person to support. So there's a lot of peer support.
So is that like the buddy?
It's like the buddy
system.
network, yes. Right. And we offer leadership training as well, so we encourage leaders to be able to promote positive workplace culture, and there's a lot of training to build up people's capabilities around that respect. We also offer full wraparound support services for people that might need some support, and that also includes mentoring. So free mentoring where we have a number of highly skilled industry professionals who volunteer their time to either emerging leaders or existing leaders or business owners within the Taranaki construction sector who might just be struggling with some business related pressures or anything that is causing them a bit of stress. So we can match leaders with professional mentors who can kind of offer a different perspective and guide them and hopefully keep them on track. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So you've been there a few years.
4
now.
years.
4 years.
Yes.
So what have you seen change as you've looked to break down some of the walls that have hindered people in the past?
Yeah, so it's, we've only just scratched the surface really, but we are seeing some positive shifts around workplaces that have come on board, who have gained the tools and the skills to be able to have these conversations more openly, who have normalised that, it's okay not to be okay, and to create I guess, environments where people are comfortable to speak up if they're not doing too well. We've seen a lot of shifts in the way that the crews talk to each other, behave around each other, the way that they support one another, which is absolutely awesome, and leadership, and having that buy-in from businesses has been absolutely critical to creating that long-term sustainable change, because having leadership buy-in reinforces that wellbeing as a priority, and we know that there are a lot of amazing leaders that have come on board to kind of lead that change.
Because employers care about the people that work for them. They
Absolutely.
need to care about them
Yes.
so that they actually do good work for them anyway.
Absolutely.
And so we hear a lot of anyone who gets involved in building wellness, you always hear they're always so pleased. You have such a great reputation with people who have dipped their toes in and had a look at how good it is and had some training, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's great with our network of trades to have you there alongside as partners. Such a great fit. So you've got some events coming up?
We do, yeah. So as part of the kaupapa, we run industry, educational and awareness events. One of them that's coming up is called the Tradies Tools Down, which is an industry-led annual event where we've garnered around 400 to up to 800 tradies and construction businesses and subsidiary businesses to the industry as well. We invite family along, we invite partners of the industry along, and it's a really great opportunity to hear from a guest speaker. So we're featuring Paddy Gower March the 20th at the TSB Stadium. It's absolutely free to break down any barriers for employers to be able to send their staff there. But a great opportunity to connect with others as well in the same boat. And it's an initiative that has grown a lot of legs, and we've been able to feel a lot of pride around the community that's forming around understanding mental health matters and just supporting one another and showing up for each other. So
and I mean you've got 500 people already RSVP
and
RSVP to come.
And
growing. I mean that's great engagement.
Yes.
That's really shows what people think.
Yeah,
that's good. And how can the community help you? What are your needs? And volunteering, mentoring.
Yes,
that's one thing.
Absolutely. I guess the one thing I'd encourage businesses and organisations is to even just think about how well-being is actually embedded within their own workplace practices every day. It's the small steps that can really make a huge difference when done consistently, whether it's through training your staff to understand and notice. So mental health sort of first aid tools, right through to training your leadership to have these conversations, or understanding how to actually build really positive workplace cultures through, again, training. So that's how we'd love businesses to get involved, is just to get involved in some of the training, the toolboxes, our events that we have to offer. It does make a huge difference.
So what about funding? How do you fund yourself, and is membership part of the way you do that?
Yes, so we are a charitable trust, and we're fortunate to get some community grants. We don't currently receive any central government funding, so we do operate on a membership model, and so we do encourage industry to come on board as members and support the kaupapa. With that, there are a number of membership benefits, but for the most part we try to get, I guess, businesses to understand that we all have a shared responsibility around wellbeing and looking out for each other. And coming on board as a member, you're basically supporting the people who are building up a community. You're supporting and being involved in something that, or an industry that you're effectively a part of. So
people can just come and see you if they've got any queries, they want to volunteer, become members, get involved, and of course look on your website.
Absolutely.
So I know how relentlessly hard you work and how much you put into it. So we just want to thank you that you do so much for our community, because without organisations like yours, it would be a lot of a different place, wouldn't it?
Oh, thank you, Moira. I appreciate it, and really do appreciate the partnership with the Taranaki Chamber of Commerce as well. It's been a long-standing positive relationship.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Thank you for coming today.